All right, TKK and Miss Skywalker's class, good.
One more time.
Good. Thank you.
All right, first grade. Chicka, chicka. One more time. Chicka, chicka. Nice.
Second grade and Miss Page's class, all set? One more time. All set? Thank you.
All right, third grade. Hip, hip. That was excellent.
Fourth grade, to infinity.
That was good. All right, fifth grade, you ready? We finally got this. Why? That's the best. All right, sixth grade, one last time. Here we go. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
You should let them do it one more time.
One more time. I was going to say. All right.
Ready?
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Excellent.
All right, we are ready to begin. We have, if you have noticed, young students from first, second, and third grade here in their Cub Scout outfits, ready to do our flag salute for us today. It's a very special treat.
School attention. Color guard attention. Color guard. Color guard. Color guard advance. Color guard stop. Color guard prepare to post the colors. Post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States Two. Color guard reform. Color guard dismissed.
Please give them a big round of applause. They are our students that have their Cub Scouts meeting here on campus, and they asked to be able to do that for us. I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Give them a big round of applause again. All right, the next part of our morning is a little bit of a surprise. Is Miss Roberts here? Hi, Miss Roberts. How are you? Okay, you're in for a treat. We've been kind of secretly planning this behind your back a little bit. We have some students here. For those of you that don't know, Mrs. Roberts is retiring. Give her a big round of applause. We are terribly sad to see her go because she takes such good care of all of us, including the adults and not just children. So we have a presentation for her. Some students are going to speak, and then we have some invited guests, and we're going to wish her well on her new adventure.
Dear Miss Roberts, we're all so sad you're leaving us, but you need this break anyways, since you work so hard. I hope you and your husband have good vacations. I'm glad you helped me with math, reading, and writing. I know you don't have kids, but remember that we're all your children.
happy retirement. I hope you come visit me when I graduate.
Dear Miss Roberts, you are a kind teacher who helped me since kindergarten. You helped me read, supported me, and gave me confidence when stuff was hard for me. I hope you have a good retirement with a lot of adventures. This is just the beginning of your adventures. I will miss you. From Vaughn.
Dear Mrs. Roberts, you are the best teacher ever. You give us breaks, you give us work, let us do drawings, she has parties, she let us shop, and I want to wish you good luck in your retirement. Don't forget about us, and I will never forget you. Love, Jonas.
Mrs. Roberts, I gotta say, you are the best person in school and out of school. I'm going to miss you. You helped me when I was feeling down, and I just wanted to say thank you. P.S. Do not forget about me, your favorite student.
Thank you. Miss Roberts, we also have an adult here that would like to say a few words. Dr. Mason is somewhere back there. She's coming up. For those of you that don't know, Dr. Mason used to work at our district. She is a dear friend of mine and a colleague. We've worked together. She was our boss for a very long time, but we welcomed her back because she's also Mrs. Roberts' dear friend, and she was going to say a few words about her. She also has some other friends that are here that we'll go over there and say hi to her in a minute.
Thank you, Mrs. Arroyan. Good morning, Glen Oaks. Good morning, Mrs. Roberts. I see Mr. Gifford in the back, Miss Panosian, there you are. Come and stand up here with me. Come stand up here with me. I don't know, there's some other people who also know Mrs. Roberts. If you're in the audience, please come and stand as her special guest. Absolutely. Former parents, I hear, are here. So, I have known Mrs. Roberts for almost 30 years. That's how old I am, and that's, how old we are, I guess. But, and I could talk for hours about her, but I know you have a big program, so I won't do that. But let me just tell you some wonderful things about this person who has been on your campus, and tell you how wonderful she is. And I'm going to spell out some letters in her first name, I hope she'll forgive me, to tell you about how great she is. S is for stellar. She is absolutely in the top 1% of the teachers I've had the privilege of knowing, working with, walking through classrooms, all classrooms. And it was always a joy to visit her classroom. Her room was filled with excellent student work, and the kids were always so happy. T is for team player. She's been always a part of a team. She could always be counted on to help out. Volunteering for after-school events, she was always the first to sign up. E is for exemplary. Mrs. Roberts has always been innovative, using the best strategies that are out there. Her report cards and IEP reports were done in the most perfect printing that I can even tell you. So she does everything 100%. L is for likable. She is kind, she's a good friend and colleague, always with a smile, always with a kind word and a positive attitude. L is for loyal. She's true to her friends and co-workers, students and families and schools. She is always supportive and considerate with a kind word or gift for a special occasion. And A is for simply awesome. Absolutely the best. She deserves the best, and as she retires from education, she has always given 100%. So blessings to you, Miss Roberts, for a long and happy retirement, And thank you for your years of service to GUSD and its families and community. We love you.
Come on up, Mrs. Roberts. Let's give her a big round of applause, please. Mrs. Roberts, we love you. 29 years, right? Yesterday, this is for you. Yesterday, she was honored at the district for the Masonic Award that she got, but also for her years of service and her retirement. I said this last month, we don't know what we're gonna do without you. You do things silently. Sorry, I cry a lot if you haven't noticed. You do things for us silently when we don't even know that you're doing it for us. So I know we're gonna feel that in like 10 seconds, but we'll call you. Don't come back right away. Take some time for yourself. Go travel, do things, but please do come back. Visit us. Come hang out with us, whatever you want, Stella. This is your home. You're always welcome here. Anytime that you need a little dose of love, please come on by. There is a whole group of people there for you that are here to surprise you. There are people behind you that are here to surprise you. You deserve this and so much more. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I don't know what to say, but thank you so much for making me feel welcome. I love teaching. I'm gonna miss that the most. Gonna miss my students. They really, that's why we do this, right? It's for the kids. And thank you everyone for coming. This was such a big surprise. Oh my gosh, it means a lot to me. So thank you so much, and thanks for letting me work with your students. I love them.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Roberts. All right, Kinder, I'm gonna do this part first and then we'll have you guys come off. All right, the next part of our assembly is to celebrate you. Our parent volunteers who have given us countless hours. There's a stack this big of pink papers of all the hours that you have, maybe even this big, of all the hours that you have given us. So this is a small celebration of you, for you, put together by our students. So we have a student here from almost every class. They're going to read something to you, and then our kindergartners have a very special little tiny performance for you. And then afterwards, when the assembly's over, we have some treats for you in the cafeteria or auditorium area. So here we go.
There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer. The effect of one good-hearted person is incalculable by Oscar Arias.
Volunteering is an act of heroism on a grand scale, and it matters profoundly. William J. Clinton.
Volunteering is at the very core of being human. No one has made it through life without someone else's help. The most truly generous persons are those who give silently without hope of praise or reward.
The broadest and maybe the most meaningful definition of volunteering: doing more than you have to because you want to in a cause you consider good. Volunteers don't get paid not because they're worthless, but because they're priceless. Sherry Anderson.
Volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart.
We make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill.
Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can change the world.
Without volunteers, we'd be a nation without a soul. The heart of a volunteer is never measured in size, but by the depth of the commitment to make a difference in the lives of others. Deanne Hollies.
You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. Khalil Gibran.
No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burden of another. Thank you, Joseph Addison. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Even if you just change one life, you've changed the world forever. At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about who you've lifted up, who you made better. It's about what you've given back. Denzel Washington. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead.
Give them a big round of applause. Thank you, students. We just wanted to share some thoughtful words to you and say thank you, but now I'm going to have you guys go back to your seats. Thank you. Give them a big round of applause again. Kindergarten and TK, you want to come up?
THAKYOU, thank you, thank you. THAKYOU, thank you, thank you. THANK YOU, 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 thank you.
Thank you very, very much, parent volunteers, and thank you, TKK. You may go back to your seats. We are going to start with the On a Roll Award. The On a Roll Award is given to students for a variety of reasons, wherever they are showing growth or improvement. As you come up, grab your certificate from Mrs. Temez. Can everyone say good morning to Mrs. Temez? She's our teacher specialist that some of you know very well, because you go to her sometimes to take a test, or she helps you with things that whenever you need her. Here we go. Are we ready? We're going to start with TK all the way up to 3rd, and then we'll do 4th through 6th. All right, from Miss Mann's class, we have Sona Koshkakarian. Come on up. From Miss G's class, we have Eileen S. Come on up. From Miss Sanchez's class, we have Sophia R. Mrs. Hahn's class, Nicholas S. From Miss Skywalker's class, we have Julian R. From Miss Young's class, we have Adeline V. From Miss West's class, we have Alina A. From Miss Arnston's class, we have Adrian J. From Mrs. Otten's class, we have Mateo R. From Mrs. Coomer's class, we have Olivia K. From Miss Page's class, we have Lucas. From Mr. Glandian's class, we have Eliana. From Mrs. Lau's class, we have Nina P. And Mrs. Solomonian's class, we have Maria V. Come on up, everybody. Look at your parents so they can take a picture of you with your big smiles. We're all very proud of you. Give all of our honor roll recipients a big round of applause, please. Thank you, everyone. TK3, you may sit down. 4th through 6th, here we go. From Miss Gregorian's class, Mariah B. Maria. Sorry, come on up, Maria. A different one, sweetheart. Mr. Heine's class, Alina E. Mrs. Nichols' class, Nare M. Mrs. Sparks' class, Victoria B. Mrs. Roberts and Miss Alexa's class, Jonas. Mr. Saichi's class, Nicholas. Mr. Hamo's class, Danya. And Miss Sondergaard's class, Carter Wright. Come on up. Please give them a big, oh, here's Nico. Give them a big round of applause. Good job, everybody. Okay, you may have a seat. Thank you. All right, we are now going on to the Golden Oak, and that is for the word of the month, which is courtesy. All right, here we go. Our Golden Oak recipients. From Miss Mann's class, we have Dean H. Come on up, Dean. From Miss G's class, we have Henry. From Miss Sanchez's class, we have Ella. From Mrs. Hahn's class, Kochar. From Mrs. Skywalker's class, Isaac. Good job, Isaac. From Miss Young's class, Winter. From Mrs. West's class, Hannah. From Miss Arnston's class, Chloe. From Mrs. Otten's class, Messia. From Mrs. Coomer's class, Lily. From Miss Page's class, Akop. From Mr. Glandian's class, Areg B. From Mrs. Lau's class, we have two, Lucy and Raya. Mrs. Solomonian's class, Elena A. Come on up, everybody. Please give our TK through 3rd Golden Oak recipients a big round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, you can go back to your seats. Good work. 4th grade, Miss Gregorian's class, we have Audrielle. Come on up. Mr. Heine's class, Brayden. Mrs. Nichols' class, was this planned? Dominic. Dominic's sister just got an award. Dominic, come on up. Mrs. Sparks' class, Penelope. Mrs. Roberts and Miss Alexa, Vahan. Mr. Saichi's class, Alex B. and Mark A. Come on up. Mr. Hamo's class, Sequoia. And Miss Sondergaard's class, we have two, Leah and Rhiannon. And I am actually going to have you guys stand up here for a minute because I would like to say something about someone that doesn't know he's getting an award. How many of you came to the cultural festival? A lot of people, right? There were a lot of people that were helping us on that day, but there's been a student here on campus who twice now has come out of aftercare without us asking him, and he probably set up all the tables and chairs almost all by himself that day. He also helped a lot without signing up with Lion King. So I wanted to be able to honor him and have him come up here. What I decided is that I think every May from now on, I will give like a Principal Golden Oak, and I want to give the Principal Golden Oak this year to Arsen. Come on up, Arsen. You'll get the certificate later, but I really wanted to take this opportunity to recognize Arsen, because just like Mrs. Roberts, Arsen does things very quietly. No one notices him, but he's always around helping. And every time someone has an event out here, they say, there's a student, he just came out of nowhere and he helped us out so much. So I hope you always continue to be this way. I hope you always help people out like this, and you remember this moment. Congratulations. Thank you to all the Golden Oak recipients. Give everybody a big round of applause.
I want to say thank you to our excellent principal, Mrs. Rowan, to give us such a fun that day of trying a different food in a different country. That was very fun, and I want to give her big thanks to her.
Thank you. I did not pay him to do that. Good job, everybody. All of you. Congratulations. Have a seat. All right. Here we go. Now play with the principal. When I call your name, there's a few of you. Just stand up and we'll give you a big round of applause. Our play with the principal will probably be later this week or early next week. I will send the date out exactly soon. We have from Miss G's class, Bella. Just stand where you're at. From Mrs. Hahn's class, Sophia P. From Miss Arnson's class, David. From Mr. Glandian's class, Mark. From Miss Lau's class, Lucy. From Miss Gregorian's class, Lucy. From Miss Roberts and Miss Alexa, Gabriel. And I believe that is it. If I missed anyone, just send them to play with the principal on that day. Give our play with the principals a big round of applause, please. Thank you very, very, very much. Jedi, PTA, and Foundation, is anyone here? Those of you that have tickets to Parents' Night Out, that is on Friday. I will be there. We will all be there having a good old time. Please come. And we have a special presentation from our new PTA president. Give her a big round of applause, please.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a quick moment to thank our outgoing PTA president, Ani Ajamian. Ani, could you come up here, please? Just to give a quick recap, Ani is, thank you, yes. So Ani helped organize all of our PTA events this year, starting from book fairs, science fairs, all the student assemblies, Eagles taco trucks, the Literacy Promotion Week. She does so much for our school. Of course, that's not possible with all the volunteers, but it takes a great leader. So thank you, Ani. We wanted to present you with these beautiful flowers, and Michi's presenting you with a very thoughtful photo book that everybody made for you. Thank you so much.
This was very unexpected. Thank you. I thought I was good until the Golden Oak started, and then the waterworks have been non-stop with all the beautiful presentations. Just thank you, everyone, for making this an incredible year by being involved. This is our family's last Golden Oak year, so it's very emotional, but Glen Oaks will always be home because even my child who graduated from here, every time there's an event, wants to come back. So I think that's a testament to what an amazing community this school builds, and it keeps inspiring you to keep giving back and coming back. And although we won't be here next year, you'll probably see us around at all the events. So onward and upward. Move on.
Thank you. And then one more quick thank you. I don't see her here today, but our outgoing president of the foundation, Nancy, we wanted to say a big thank you to her. She runs Foundation, which is responsible for all the major big fundraisers that support our arts and enrichment programs. So thank you so much. Looking forward to a fun summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilkinson. We will see you more next year. Thank you. Thank you. All right, listen, we did it. Amazing, right? It is almost the very, very end. I am not going to forget our 6th grade friends that sing the school song. Please come on up real quickly. much. Everybody, look at me for a minute. Stay standing. Look at me. Look at your teachers. You only have, let's see, 2 more days this week and 3 more days this week. So how many days does that make? 5 more days of school. We can do this, right? Look at your teachers and say, thank you. And then say, we can do this. And remember to always soar, my friends. I will see you later on the playground. Have a great day. Wait for your teachers. Thank you, everyone. Parents, volunteers, the food and the refreshments are in the auditorium.